Welcome back to SwitchCorner. My name is Alex and today we're going to be taking a look at the upcoming releases for the Switch over this next week. Now, I don't cover everything here, I skip those shovelware and rather go for those that are catching my eye. So if I do miss anything, let me know in the comments down below. With that though, like, hit subscribe if you love the Switch, as much as we all do here. Join our growing family and let's get started. So first up for the week, Poison Control from NIS America, and NIS, they always bring me the weird and the wonderful, and it looks like we could, or hopefully at least, have another hit on our hands. I've watched the trailer more than a few times for this one. I'm still kind of trying to figure out what the hell is going on with the mechanics, but from what I at least know, you'll be controlling Poisonette, and then her soulmate. The soulmate basically has a gun, while Poisonette purges poison found around these kind of environments. Run through hell though, learn the history of this world, and then fight your way to heaven, which sounds like a badass excuse for taking down a whole host of enemies. Hopefully now though it plays as good as it looks. Kingdoms of Arcadia then is the latest release from East Asia Soft. I'm going to put it out there now though, I'm not a huge fan of the visual design they've opted for here, but East Asia Soft, they do release some interesting games, and it's super budget for an experience that's promising to be a Metroidvania, like with different levels to explore. I think there's 5 in total. You're going to be facing different missions though and taking down a ton of enemies and bosses, and the storyline, you basically got sucked into your father's old arcade machine. The story I do actually really like, but no doubt it'll be a one-sentence delivery, and that's really about it. Another one I'm excited for then is RELICTA. I hope I'm saying that right, but it's a first-person sci-fi physics-based puzzle experience, all about this kind of setup. Honestly, you find yourself here alone on the moon, and the only thing that can keep your daughter alive is that big brain of yours, promising though the ability here to bend gravity, use magnetism, and uncover secrets. I'm looking forward to it, and the trailer here, that, you know, it's not a Switch trailer, I'll put that up there now, couldn't find one, but the screenshots on the eShop, they do look to be genuine. There's like a slight downgrade, but they still look good to me. It's also out on other platforms to mostly positive reviews, which is always a good thing. DEILAND Pocket Planet Edition, another name I'm probably saying wrong, but this one's from Chibi Games, the studio behind Summer in Mara. My understanding here is though this was actually their first game. They've now gone back and revisited it while adding like extra content for this Switch specific release. It's a farming sim though, where it separates itself because you operate on a small movable planet, almost in the style of, like, think Mario Galaxy. It seems though to pay a big focus on tasks rather than exploration, because the planet's tiny, there's not a lot of places for you to go. Reviews though, again, they were really good back when this originally released, so I'm excited now to see how this Switch build does. Godstrike then, and the more I get into this list today, actually, the more I realise I'm really looking forward to a lot of the games. But yeah, this is a boss brush bullet hell game with a top-down kind of like isometric style to it. There's a lot of good options on the Switch already in the genre though, so it has a lot to live up to. But this one's a little unique though, it's all set to a timer, and the game says buying abilities or being damaged actually reduces the remaining combat time. That's cool. It's definitely intense because it was already a stressful genre to begin with. Love the visuals though, getting kind of that, think hyper, like, you know, drifter vibe. It's all about high score chasing though, and that is always a good thing with me. Livestream Escape from Hotel Izanami then, and I'd be lying if I said I was hopeful about this one, but I am at least curious. It's a 2D side-scrolling horror following these like 3 streamers and whether they can get away from a mysterious killer mascot. To me, it sounds like the devs here, they played Five Nights at Freddy's back to back with the Coma and said, you know what, let's just slap these 2 games together. But I've really taken a liking recently to the 2D horror experience, this generation at least, because of games like the Coma, so I'll be checking out reviews of this one just to see if it's worth the cash, because another thing I'll add is it's not exactly cheap either. Rain on Your Parade then has all the makings of a cult classic for me. The idea here, it's up there with the likes of Donut County and Untitled Goose Game. It even has the visuals to match. Now it just needs to deliver on a gameplay front. The idea though, you're going to be travelling the world as a cardboard cloud and you're ruining everyone's day over 50 levels with different objectives. You can even draw your own cloud's face on and choose the hat it wears, so it's clearly going for that kind of like out there sense of humour. And I actually think I'm going to go day one with this one, find out and drop some footage on the channel. One of the biggest games of the week then, and this is SaGa Frontier Remastered from Square Enix, released originally in 1998 on the PS1, finds itself here getting a re-release with improved graphics alongside gameplay improvements and just new content entirely. This includes everything from a new main character to UI updates to things that just, you know, make your life that little bit easier, like a double speed mode. With this one though, you'll find basically 8 different heroes, but they all have their own individual storylines and goals to face. I'll put it out there now, like I've never actually played it, so I'm really looking forward to checking it out this week, and I'm really hoping for a sizable adventure here, given the fact, you know, it's touting that character specific storyline. The visual upgrade then as well, it's no doubt still a very old school looking game, but I do actually like what they've gone for with the delivery. So a budget option now for you, but Tribal Pass is an infinite runner, which I absolutely love. I love high score chasing. This one though has a twist, as it's throwing in tactical elements as well to that gameplay loop. The idea though, you'll be making your way through these environments as a tribe. You'll need to avoid obstacles and enemies to keep everyone alive, but you'll also be like gathering things like goods and food, so you can dive into resource management. The game then procedurally generated as well, so it's for sure going to have longevity. For me though, that longevity is going to be things like 15 minutes here and there, rather than you know, think like hours on end. On Steam then, the score for this one sits right around 7 out of 10, which it's not bad at all for a budget release. And we're closing here on something a little bit more somber than usual than Heal Console Edition. It's an experimental adventure. It explores themes of aging and dementia, a subject matter rarely seen in gaming, but from what I'm reading on other platforms where there's a fair few reviews out there, it's kind of obscure in its delivery, but there seems to be like some love for it over on Steam, and the comments, they tend to focus on simple puzzles, good characters, and then a relaxed soundtrack. This one's got me curious, so I'll be looking for Switch reviews come day one, and I'll most likely be checking it out myself. This week then, over on Twitch, we'll be streaming as always Monday, Tuesday and Thursday from 7 PM PST, and then Friday, that's the day stream starting at midday. May throw Wednesday in there as well, but we'll kind of decide as we get closer to the day. Over there though, you can expect to see some Monster Hunter Rays. We'll most likely check out then as well Godstrike, and we'll also be off the Switch and continuing on with some Outriders action at least one of the nights as well. I'll link the Twitch down below though if you do want to swing by and check it out. And that's my choice picks of the week. Will you be adding anything to your library this week, or is this a save your cash kind of week? I think there's still a few more games dropping as well, so like I said, like if I did miss anything, let me know in the comments down below. With that though, a shout out to the patrons of the channel who are just going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. Helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. If you do want to check that out for yourself, I have linked it in the video description down below. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.